With football gearing up for another season, I have a super fun way to show some spirit for your favorite team. I'm not much of a jersey wearing girl, but this ribbon corsage is the perfect way to show my team colors. So on display, I have the Washington Commanders and I have the Dallas Cowboys for the professionals, but let's not forget about college ball. I've made two of the top three, Michigan and Ohio. Let's make the number one spot, Georgia. Go Dogs! So supplies for this project, we'll start with a wristlet. If you can't find one of these, I got a video for you. We'll put a link down below. You'll also need some florist tape. This happens to be white. It comes in green. It also comes in brown, just your preference. For this project, you'll want to use some florist wire. I like that better than the chenille stems this time, and then some snips for that. Ribbon, of course, the main component. I've used roughly 6, sometimes 7 different ribbons. Don't forget something sparkly and fun. Some scissors just for your ribbon, and then love these little flou-flous that I found, some football buttons, measuring tape, and in this project we're going to use a bow maker. I found that this was so much easier to use on my hands using the multiple different types of ribbon. And then let's not forget our handy dandy glue gun or florist glue if you can find that. That's it. Let's get started. So we're going to start this project by making the bow. If you're not familiar with the bow, what you're going to do is leave about 1/2 inch of a tail, give him a little twist, and then make a loop. This is about another 3 inches of fabric, and then you're going to make another twist, another loop, a twist, and then you'll give him a tail. This comes to about 9.5 inches, I'd say. Now we're going to slip all of this right in between these little dowels, and that's going to hold it. You know how I love a hands-free project. Puppy's gonna get in the way, the phone's gonna ring, something's gonna happen. We're gonna start with our whitest ribbon first. This is a little bit larger than 1/4 inch, and we're just going to alternate colors. And again with a twist, a snip, and then right in between the dowels. And you know I have to have something with some sparkle or it is just not a project. So this is a one-sided piece, so what we're going to do is kind of feel in about 1.5 inches, make that loop and then twist, and then make the other loop and then twist, and then that way you get to have your sparkle on all 4 sides. Give him a snip. I'm going to turn him around so that the little tails are on the other side now, and see how beautifully this bow maker holds this, and I can transition in between ribbons very easily. We're going to twist. Now you don't have to do a single loop every single time. You could certainly do a double loop if you wanted to. If you wanted to bring in a little bit more color or flair. Found this other little black sparkly. Again, it is one-sided, so we're going to leave about 1.5 inches. Make a loop. Wouldn't be a football corsage if we didn't add a little football ribbon. This is so cute. I couldn't believe I found this. Okay, here comes the challenging part. What we're going to do is lift this off of the bow maker and wrap a wire around it. Now you don't need this full length, a half is fine. I'm gonna lift it all up. And we're gonna take our ribbon, our wire, and catch the center of it, and then go all the way around. And now we're going to twist. And you want to twist tightly, but you don't want a whole lot of bulk right in through here because it has to go on your wristlet. Okay, so next up we're going to prepare the wristlet. All we need is our floral tape. We're going to give it a little stretch to release the wax. And what I'm going to do is pass this through, and we're actually going to wrap the whole mechanism here, kind of spin it around and through. And what we're doing is we are covering that metal because nobody wants to feel it. Okay, after I've passed it through a few times, we are good to go. Now is when we get to attach the bow to our wristlet. And this is one of the reasons why you didn't want this part right in through here to be too long, because it needs to rest on top of our little wristlet. And we will wrap it right around these little feet. That little wire, you can either cut him off, which is what I think I'm gonna do, and then fold down the feet. Simple as that. We're gonna do the other side and then wrap it. Okay, and then fold it over. Okay, we're going to give this one more wrap because that's what you do. You cover all of your mechanics. Pull, wrap. Remember that pull is what releases that wax and makes it sticky. Now all I did was I pulled that aside to expose that underside. I'm going to wrap it again, kind of mummify it, and then we're going to pull it one more time across just to make sure that that wire is not going to hit our skin. And it doesn't have to be super neat because you're not going to see it. It's more of a texture thing against your skin. Now we get to play. We get to do a little flu-fla and add some fun little poofs and such. So give me a second and I'm going to readjust what I've got going on here. Okay, now that we've actually put our bow on the wristlet, I got to zhuzh it up a little bit. So I've got some little accessories that I have found that we're going to hot glue into this. So I've manipulated the ribbon a little bit, kind of moved it around so that it feels a little bit fuller, and separated the little tails and things so that everything shows. And I loved these little tool bits that I found at the craft store. I think it's just so adorable. I think pretty easy to make, but you can find them ready-made. That's fabulous. I'm going to snip it pretty close, because what I'm going to do is actually glue this underneath of the ribbon to hide some of the wristlet that's going to be showing. And then it also gives it just a little bit more fun. So I'm going to go around, and I have 4 of these. I might do 5, haven't decided yet. Okay, and just go around. Oh, you know I'm going to say it. Love it! And floral glue would work really well in this instance. It's just been a little bit challenging to find it since the pandemic. Yeah, I do think I'm going to use 5 in the end on this. And just a little bead. You don't need much, but remember this is hot glue, so watch your fingers. Yes, 1 more and that will do it. Now, I found these little football buttons and I just couldn't resist. So all I'm going to do is add a little bit on the back and place it towards the center. There we go, and 1 more. And I'm going to do this kind of off to the side a little bit just so it's more interesting. Not everything has to be in the center. There we go. So flippin' cute. Oh my God, so festive. Go team.